And then they're trying to better their position. So as soon as they let go, they get here.
Yeah.
You know, they're trying to pull my legs out. They may pull this leg out. I just keep getting here.
Yeah.
And then eventually I got my underhook and I can stand back up and work my way out. In those situations, it's like this could get bad.
Yeah, right. Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
What is up? So I'm sure the other day you saw me get my butt kicked in an MMA match with Houston Jones. Happens, you know? He's a good wrestler. I'll give it to him. He won that time. But what doesn't always happen is you don't always get Stephen Wonderboy Thompson giving you tips and tricks for cage takedown defense and kind of just wrestling in general. So what you're going to watch that, and then at the very end there's some bonus content, which is just like a little bit of sparring between Houston and I, hands and feet only, and then some sweet tea sparring too, because you guys have asked for that. It's not a ton of stuff. We were just getting warmed up, but I figured it might be something you guys want to see. So, punch transition.
5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop!
That was a close round.
Yeah,
Close round.
really close.
Well, you've done some MMA sparring before, right?
Not anything heavy.
Yeah, not anything heavy. A little bit different, especially when you have like.
I was gassed immediately.
Oh yeah, it's the wrestling that gets you, right? It's the wrestling, especially coming from a striker.
Yeah.
You know, and that's something that I had to like get better at too, because I wasn't used to the grappling aspect.
Yeah, right.
Is put myself in that situation, having guys taking me down constantly.
Yeah.
And I learned that training with GSP.
Yeah.
Every time I would blitz and everything, he would just change his level. I didn't even want butt, man.
Yeah, right.
So, and it's exhausting, right?
It is really
It's
tiring.
it's like that muscle fiber that you have is different. Like you got the wrestlers who, you know, if you can keep them standing and striking, they get tired faster.
Yeah.
But the strikers get tired when they have to wrestle.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And you even see that GSP was very good. Every time he would fight a striker,
Yeah.
he would just get him against the cage, lay on him, have those arms fill up with blood and get tired. It slowed the striking down tremendously.
I can imagine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're like strong or whatever. Do you have another one in you? Yeah. Okay, cool.
That was good. That was actually really good.
I'm gonna try and punch a little bit more. Jeez. It's like, it's tough because if you're coming in, it's hard to tell what you're gonna like go for.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I've got to like meet it somehow, touch, and also keep my hips in a position where I'm not gonna take it down.
Exactly. And that's one of the things that, like normally in karate, you stand up fairly tall.
Yeah.
So I've actually had to lower my stance a little bit to kind of defend that. And another reason why my hands are here is because I can defend the takedown a little bit better.
Right.
But another thing that can help you is your movement, right?
Right.
You get here, we call this the old crap zone.
Yeah.
Right? You get here, if this guy knows what he's doing, he'll cut you off, work your way back here, and then you'll have to defend and take down.
Yeah. That's a good point. Whew. I mean, exhausted within easily that first wrestling exchange. I was like, well,
You me tell you what would
Okay,
be, what
time
would be
to-
sick for YouTube?
what?
Like a training camp, and
Oh,
actually
yeah.
have like an amateur like
Fight?
MMA
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah, that would be.
You know, that would be really, really cool.
Round one.
Do you wanna- Oh.
Definitely don't need to comment.
For both of you guys, too, when you're out there, a little bit more feints. Right? So especially, you know, if you want to get the legs, feint up high or touch up high, then go down low. For you, it's the feints that's going to keep them away. So you feint, boom, and touch, but keep circling. You're kind of...
Yeah, I was just kind of waiting for it. I wanted to counter
Well, of course, the cardio will affect that. You know what I'm saying?
How much you weigh, Jason?
I'm like 205, 206 right now.
It's just hard to tell. Yeah, I was going to say, I would have guessed more.
Dude, I know. I felt that yesterday. I was like, man, you're only 205. You're ridiculously strong. It's funny how that plays a lot in, you know, how you prepare for a fight. If you're not used to somebody your size, like that's why when I wrestle, wrestling, it's guys that are
Right. That's wrong.
bigger. I mean, they take me down like crazy, but you know, it makes the 170 guys seem so much easier.
Right.
All right, here we go. Round 2.
Two.
There we go. There we go. Work it and stop. Good job, guys.
You got that one too.
All right, Tony. I think You put your deal away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just so tired.
Yeah.
That was great.
That's exhausting.
Completely
That is
different game.
exhausting.
Good cardio.
Man, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, most of this is straight cardio.
Yeah.
Doing 25 minutes of that, 5-minute rounds, and then having only a minute break. Like, when we train, we'll do like 30-second break. You know what I mean? But it is time. Look at this. Is this from the canvas?
Yeah. Shooting in. Had some good ones yesterday.
Yeah.
Now they're really going.
I was about to say, when you shot it, I was like, those, you felt those on your toes probably.
Yeah.
The thing we take that up against the cage, it's all about what position to go to.
Yeah, right.
And it's actually, it's a feel thing. Right? There's no one great move that you can do to defend a takedown, right?
Right,
It's
yeah.
staying calm and getting your hips in good position, right?
Yeah.
So when you get to the cage and I get here and I have Tony, you got to be ready. So if he shoots in on a leg, whatever side his head's on, I want to turn that direction, get my feet as far apart as possible.
Right.
People get stuck here,
Right.
which makes it easier for them to wrap their legs up, right? And of course, the cross facing, pushing of the head.
Yep.
So as soon as they get he's shooting on a leg, I'm immediately turning, and either I'm cross facing, or I'm shoving, I'm pushing the head down, or I'll across. This is locked in here.
Yeah.
And for me, if he's driving in like this, it really depends on where I feel his pressure the most. If I feel his pressure back here, right, then it's easier for me to move out. Right. If I feel his pressure on this side, I'll control the wrist and I'll sit and I'll work on coming out this way.
Yeah, right.
Right?
You listen?
So it's all about the position.
Yeah, right.
And you gotta make it pay in there.
Right.
Cross facing the crap.
I'm not used to shooting in usually against working with someone against
Yeah.
the cage. I wanted to, first time we got a single leg over there, I wanted to keep driving with you.
Yeah.
When I should have been chucking in or spinning and turning with it.
Yeah. A really good one too, and it's very simple too, right? Because when I'm here, I'm getting my feet as close to the cage as possible. It makes it hard. Because if I don't get it, most guys, when they get you here, if they can't get anything, get your feet close, they'll actually reach down and try and pull that leg out. Because most of your weight's here.
Yeah.
Right? So you got to get your foot close and this leg close, because people will try and like hook the legs.
Yeah, right.
Right? So one of the things that I do is I'll lift the leg up, I'll pull, and I'll just drive back in and grab both legs.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's different. It's different here. And fights are won and lost.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean,
Which is good for Greco guys, because they love the upper body stuff anyway.
Yeah. I was 100% better off because of the cage still.
Yeah.
Like, I still didn't do well, but I was still better off because of the cage.
Helps you get back up.
Helps you back up.
If I get taken down out here, right?
Yeah. I was sitting there trying to scoot this way and then it mounted down. Oh my God.
Well, first off, you gotta learn how to land. You know, in wrestling, your hips, you don't get back here.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got guys who can't.
Right.
So I'll get here, I'll crab walk fast as crap.
Yeah.
And then from here, I can get up easier here than I could out there.
For sure.
Right? And
Yeah,
that's what I guess Johnny
point
Hendricks. Johnny Hendricks got me down. I stayed in good position. I didn't force my way out.
Yeah.
Most people will be like, I gotta get out of here, and they burn themselves out getting up. Position, and I'll go from here. And a lot of times they'll just hold on to your legs.
Yeah.
Well, they hold on to your legs. I just go.
Yeah, right.
I'll look around here, and then they're trying to better their position. So as soon as they let go, I get here.
Yeah.
They're trying to pull my legs out. They may pull this leg out. I just keep getting here.
Yeah.
And then eventually I got my underhook and I can stand back up and work my way out.
Yeah.
But it's all about position and not trying to force your way out of anything.
Right.
Just you gotta wait for your opportunity.
Yeah.
Because if not, you're burning energy.
Yeah, right.
And you gotta consume. You gotta hold on to that energy as long as possible.
For sure.
In the fight.
Yeah. Even on the feet, because of that first exchange, I could immediately, my stance was different.
Yeah.
Immediately. Like I was super heavy on the back foot. I guarantee if I watch it back, my back leg was extended because I was just trying to use as little as much muscle as possible, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna let my legs frame my body here, so I don't have to flex them, bend them, get more tired, and I wasn't doing it on purpose. But I guarantee watching it back, I'm gonna be like this.
Yeah, standing up tall.
Yeah, cardio just killed it.
And even with the kicks.
Yeah,
you kick once, they'll catch.
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
That was the big one. That's the big one. Anytime I threw a kick to the body, it was caught.
Yeah.
It was too much
preparation of like, oh, touch, put it back down, and not getting it caught in the first place.
Right.
And by the time I was tired, I had no choice but to like touch, because I couldn't like rip it out there.
And that's a thing too. That's a thing too, because you know, in here, you know, even in sparring, you're wearing shin pads, easy to grab a hold of.
Yep.
I've grappled guys. A lot of the wrestlers, they'll use the headgear and they'll grab your headgear and pull your head down. You know?
Yeah, right.
So you have elements that I don't mind it. Like people are like, oh, don't grab the headgear. I'm saying, you know, it's just another element.
Yeah,
it helps me, you know,
you
have
want
to
to get
figure
used
out.
to having like more sucky things put onto you.
Get
So by the
comfortable
time
with
those
being
are gone.
uncomfortable, and that's what it's about.
Yeah, right. And pretty much what I'm just saying, if you're listening, is that those are all the things that you did to make me suck.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's where the wrestlers, and still to this day, you get these wrestlers coming in and just they teach you how to punch.
Yeah.
And just finishing dudes.
Right. Yeah, I started doing some wrestling right before quarantine, and then after that we had to cancel the wrestling classes because there's no like safe space wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You can do shoots and takedowns.
For me, it's wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's, I do some jujitsu here and there, but it's like, it's most of the time keeping the fight standing.
Yeah.
Right. Being able to fend off, getting
That's
taken
takedown
down.
defense. Yeah.
Right. I think since the Matt Brown fight, I've been taken down, I think, once.
Yeah.
That was by Tyron Woodley.
Tyron. Yep.
Yeah, Tyron, yeah, he was a high level wrestler too. Uses more of his striking nowadays, and he tries to conserve a lot of energy, but he got me down.
Yeah.
But steady good position. He actually had me down.
Yeah.
With his hand behind my back.
Yeah, that's rough.
Right? And he was on top of me, and he had my hand behind my back with his right hand, and his head was here. So I just lifted my head a little bit. I put it behind his head so he couldn't punch me.
Yeah.
You know, and eventually I was like, I worked my way. I think I went like here and worked my way back up to my feet. But it was in those situations, it's like this could get bad.
Yeah,
quick.
right. Yeah, absolutely. When you had me up against Cage, I was like, the amount of energy that I have, I can't do anything. I got nothing.
That was awkward for me too, though, because I'm used to be able to flatten someone out. That's not what I want to do.
Yeah.
Front, you know, when you had your back pinned against the cage.
Yeah, I knew that
hard,
if you wanted to start striking, there was nothing I could do. I didn't have enough energy to like muscle through getting up, and I definitely didn't have the technique to not have to muscle through getting up.
Watch Khabib.
Yeah.
Watch Khabib. He's very good, especially here.
All that
You know, even here, he'll grab, he'll try and suck you out,
Yeah, he'll
and then
wrap
you
him
have to
up.
use your hands to pull yourself back up.
Right.
So as soon as you do this, he's grabbing
grabs your
wrists,
arm,
and then he's going here, and then he's pulling your legs around this way, and then next thing you know, you're flat. And
Yeah,
this is
you're-
where you do pinned up against this and on your back with your opponent here.
Yeah, there's
That's
like no
exhausting.
good point of contact because the flat of your back is like in the middle space. Like you have nothing to push off of the middle.
Right, and it's hard because now he's got maximum power striking. He's got all his body weight here pinned between you and the cage.
Yeah.
And even if the strikes don't hurt you, you're using tons of energy.
Yep.
To get up.
Yeah.
And I'll start there. I'll do a situation where I'm like in the
Put
worst
me in the
position
corner,
possible.
yeah, right. Put baby in the corner.
That was good though. That was fun.
It was fun.
It's different out there
Oh
than
yeah,
it is in here.
for sure.
Right?
For sure. This is the first time I've ever been in a cage.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we call this the cheese grater.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh,
I got
you'll
all
feel-
of the elements.
when you take your probably shirt off, you'll probably have some
Nice,
some wear and tear.
Here's the thing, guys. That sucked, and it was one of those situations where like everything that I had learned was like not quite enough, right? And that happens, especially if you like train one style for a long period of time, and you go against somebody else who's trained
A lot of grappling.
a lot of grappling. You're gonna find yourself in that situation. So the answer is not to be like, well, this doesn't work. It's you didn't have the right circumstances and the right knowledge and everything else to make it work. It's no different than like math and then all of a sudden there's an extra X. If you don't know how to find the X, like you don't know the full equation. And if you don't understand the math, then you can unsubscribe. But the thing is, sometimes you're gonna know something really well, and then somebody's gonna know something else, and it's gonna be enough to make you think that what you knew wasn't good enough. It's not, the answer is not to abort and find something else. It's to add on to it and figure out how to make that one thing better, more varied, more, what's a good word I'm looking for here?
Encompassing? more.
Yeah.
Well-rounded.
More well-rounded.
Well-rounded.
Long story short, do stuff that makes you want to quit until you don't want to quit anymore. That makes sense, right? Go ahead, roast in the comments. Go follow Houston if you don't. Yeah, right. You know who he is. Shut up. All right, subscribe or I'll kick you. Bam!